The house that breathes the rain hadn't stopped since morning. Niloofar stood in front of the old mansion, hesitating. The house, shrouded in mist, seemed to breathe. Its slanted roof rose and fell as though hidden lungs were buried beneath the rotting beams. She whispered to herself, "It's just the damp. Just condensation." Then she slid the iron key into the lock and stepped inside. The air reeked of mold and wet paper. Behind her, the door closed with a long sigh, too much like an exhale. She flicked on her flashlight. The wallpaper peeled in curling strips, the ivy patterns climbing toward the ceiling, and behind the tiers dark stains spread like lungs across the chest of the house. She was only here to appraise the property, an inheritance from an aunt she had never met. "Just list it, then we'll sell it for demolition," the agency had said. But from the moment she entered, Niloofar felt resistance, as though the house did not want her there. Each step she took pulled a sound from its depths. Creak, followed by a soft suction, like a body drawing breath. In the hall stood a tall mirror, its surface misted, though the house was icy cold. Childhood memories came to her, fogging up glass with her breath. She removed her glove and wiped the surface. Beneath the mist, faint scratched letters appeared. "Breathe slowly." She laughed uneasily. The olden had a sense of humor, but her laughter died when she heard it. From deep in the hallway came the wheeze of someone sleeping heavily. Her flashlight beam shook as she followed the sound. The wallpaper here shifted subtly, swelling and sinking like the belly of some vast animal. At the end of the corridor was a door to the attic. Locked. She tried all the keys, none fit. Beside it, a rusted heating vent exhaled warm, moist air onto her face. The house was breathing. In the kitchen, the tiled floor was wet. Not from rain, but from water dripping in steady intervals, like an pour into a lung. She opened an old cabinet. Behind it, the wall was riddled with holes. Each one expanded and contracted in turn, tiny mouths gasping. Niloofar froze. This was no illusion of damp. The house breathed. Behind her, the hall door closed with a hushed thud. The suction grew louder. Her chest tightened. "You're wood and stone," she told herself. "I'm imagining this." But the pounding of her heart betrayed her. On the kitchen table lay a notebook, cracked leather cover. Inside, on the first page, the breathing log. The next pages were filled with columns marked, "Inhale." She grabbed her bag, determined to leave. At the front door, her hand on the lock, the house drew in a massive inhale. Curtains sucked inward, candle flames stretched. In panic, she held her breath. The house froze too. Every wall, every beam, tightened in unison. The mirror hands pressed harder against the glass, letters smeared into being. Exhaled, long and shuddering. The door latch loosened. She pulled. It opened only a fraction. Cold rain rushed in. She stepped toward freedom, then the attic above burst open and the wheezing lungs of the house growled. The rhythm slipped. The house clenched. The walls pressed inward. She screamed, "Let me go!" A new voice spoke then, different from the whispers. A calm, old woman's voice, kind but firm. "Leave with your own breath. Not with the house's." The words struck her. She stopped counting, stopped matching. She inhaled her way, her rhythm. Not 4, not 6. Hers. The house hesitated, confused. She pushed the door wider. One more exhale, hers alone, and she stepped out into the storm. The unseen cord snapped. The door slammed behind her with a final sigh. From the car, she looked back. The house rose and fell faintly in the mist. In the hall window, a last message bloomed across the fog. "Come back when you know how to breathe with us." She drove away, but later, in her own apartment, she noticed it. Sometimes at night, when the lights are off, the curtains stir as though inhaling. The walls rise and fall, and she must breathe faster, louder, to remind her house to stay dead. She descended to the basement. The air was heavy, humid, pulsing. Roots dangled from the beams like coarse eyelashes. At the center stood a steel tank, trembling not with machinery but with slow, muscular contractions. Scrawled across the rust, "Mouth." She pressed her ear to the wall. A chorus of whispers drifted from the bricks. Male, female, child, old. "Breathe with us, fill the lungs, stay inside." The floorboards shifted beneath her. Warm air blew up through the cracks, fogging her glasses. On the lenses appeared words traced by invisible fingers. "Don't be afraid. Just breathe." She staggered upstairs. The hall mirror was misted again, and new words formed across it. "Break the rhythm, and it will take you. Keep the rhythm, and it will never let you go." Her own breathing faltered. She gripped the notebook like a talisman and forced herself back into its tempo. Slowly, the house calmed. The walls softened. Silence. The clock ticked in the parlor like a giant heart outside her body.